Here we are, another day. Like I said before, it feels like Groundhog Day sometimes, but it's not going to get me discouraged. I'm going to continue to try and enjoy this beautiful outdoor spring weather. 82 degrees today outside. Get outside, go for a walk, enjoy the tulips and the daffodils. My goodness, it's so beautiful out. Perfect day to remember St. Cuthbert was the bishop of Lindisfarne, a little place, an island just off the coast of England, the northeast of England, almost to Scotland. There's this little beautiful island there, and it's where St. Cuthbert was the bishop. And we don't know a whole lot about him other than it says he was, what does it say? He was big of stature, I think, in Bede's history of Cuthbert. So he was a big guy. I don't know if that means he was big or whether he was fat or maybe he was both.
Whoa! Lee, I got a big problem, man.
We remember St. Cuthbert really more for his faithfulness. Sorry, the sun is really making my eyes water. We remember him more for his faithfulness because he actually was a bishop during a time of plague, during a time of wars, and even during a time of schism in the church. The church was divided, and so he was known for his work at bringing people together. And so much of the evangelism that happened in the north of England, at least on that side of England, was the responsibility of St. Cuthbert. So we give thanks to God for Cuthbert and his mission-mindedness and his faithfulness today. As promised, I said I would try and tell you little snippets, little stories each day. So I've got another one for you that I told years ago. There was a little boy, and he was standing on the street. It wasn't on the corner. He was in between the corners of the street, and there was a bus stop right up at the corner about 50 yards away. And the little boy just stood there in between the blocks, and all the people gathered around the bus stop, and one gentleman looked down the block, and he noticed this little boy standing there. And he said, "Little boy, are you waiting on the bus?" And the little boy said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Well, you need to come all the way up here because this is where the bus stop is." And the little boy smiled, and he said, "It's okay, sir." And he goes, "Well, if you want to get the bus, you've got to come up here and join the rest of us because this is where the bus stops." The little boy said, "It's all right. The bus is going to stop here." And the bus stopped at the corner, picked up the crowd of people, and they all piled on. And then the bus doors closed, and the bus came about halfway up the block, and all of a sudden the driver pulled over to the curb and opened the doors on the bus, and the bemused man that had spoken to the boy was sitting on the front of the bus, and he said, "That's amazing. How did you know that the bus was going to stop midway through the block?" And the little boy said, "It's okay. The bus driver's my dad. He always stops and picks me up."
Hey, wanna ride in my bus? That's not a real bus. There it is. Come on, get in. That'll be 25 cents, please. You're not a real bus driver. Yes, I am. No, you're not. I know because my dad's a real bus driver. Oh, yeah? Yeah, sometimes I ride with him all day long. Really? All day? Well, not all day, because he gets up too early.
Now, what's the point of this silly story? That sometimes in life, we have to have the faith to know that the God will stop. And it's really what Christianity is all about. I'm guessing that the gospel that St. Cuthbert preached was a gospel of confidence and faith and hope that basically said God knows you, God created you, He knows you by name, and He won't forget you or forsake you. Even if the plague is coming to your house, fear not, for God is faithful and He loves you. And He won't leave you. He won't abandon you. He certainly won't drive by you and leave you standing on the street. And so that's a hopeful, wonderful message for St. Cuthbert's Day. Get out and smell the flowers and listen to the birds and enjoy life and grow in your faith and love of Christ Jesus. Have a great day. God bless you. See you tomorrow at noon.
Seatbelts, everyone! Please let this be a normal field trip. With a friend? No way!
Cruising on down Main Street, you're relaxed and feeling good. Next thing that you know, you're seeing Puss in the neighborhood, surfing on a sine wave, swinging through the stars. Take a left at Human Testing, take your second right past Mars on the magic scuba, alligator nostril. Climb on the magic scuba, spank